is Mary.
And Alva.
And we want you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. So we want you guys to watch this video real quick, and then we're going to give our opinion.
Okay.
Why don't the women want to cook and clean for the men anymore?
Because they're tired, bro. They have to go to work every day. That's not hard.
They're tired?
Yeah, they got to go to work every day, just like you.
What are they tired of?
Of working. It's not hard. I mean, that shouldn't even be like, I don't even understand the question. Like, they're tired. Aren't you tired when you get home from work?
They're working every day, so they're tired. That's why I don't want to cook or clean.
Yeah. You think I want to work 8 hours and then come home and then cook and clean? I mean, I do it because I have to. I have 5 children. But yeah, I mean.
Do you have a woman right now?
What's that?
Do you have a woman right now?
I've been married for over 20 years.
Okay. Does your wife work?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are the roles in a marriage?
What are you talking about, roles? Everybody does what they have to do.
Well, okay, what do you do? What does she do?
For a living?
No, in the house for the marriage. What do you guys do? What are your roles?
Well, I don't understand the question. She does what needs to be done that day if she has time to do it, and if she doesn't, I do it. I do what needs to be done that day, and if I don't have time to do it, she does it. With roles, I don't know what you're
How do you not know what roles are in a marriage? You're married for 20 years. You guys don't have any roles?
Exist. Because those don't exist. Like, I'm not white. I'm not a white Christian man. I don't.
What are you talking about? I'm not white. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, because you're trying to live up to like some white supremacist ideal of the
What are you talking about?
I don't subscribe.
Nobody said nothing about no supremacy.
Teamwork makes the dream work, friend. We a team. Ain't no roles.
What do you mean there ain't no roles?
It's not that hard to understand. You said, why do women not want to cook and clean? They're tired. They have to go to work.
Okay.
I answered that question.
Okay.
You said, what are your roles? We're a team.
If there's something that needs to be built in the house, who builds it? You or your wife?
Depends on what it is.
What do you mean depends on what it is?
Like if it's a toy for the kids, you know what I'm saying? My wife's better at putting stickers on, so she builds it. But if we're talking about...
That's not building nothing, man!
Well, I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Put stickers on something? You've lost it.
It's still a task. But my wife's an interior designer, so she can build anything.
I ain't got time for no foolishness. He gone.
Alright, so now y'all see the video. That guy was trying, so like the thing is, he started off with, why don't women want to cook and clean for men?
Right.
Like the man said, they are tired. They're tired. Women are having to be men and women, and they're having to provide, protect, and all this stuff.
No, he said they're tired. He said, why are they tired? Because they work.
And he said nothing.
He said, don't you work?
Aren't you tired when you come home to work? He said nothing, because he knows he's right though.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
said, you know, first of all, I mean, are you married?
Are you married? He said, but first he said that, you know, I don't want to do it, but I come home, I cook and I clean. I don't want to do it, but I got 5 kids, so I have to. Yeah. He's like, he's like, so are you married? Are you like in a relationship? He said, yeah, I've been married for like 20-some years.
22 years.
He's like, so what are your roles?
Yeah, what are your roles?
He's like, roles?
What do you mean roles?
Who builds in the house? Who builds?
Builds.
I mean, my wife, she builds the toys. She put the stickers on it. Man, you have lost it.
Decorator.
She build whatever she wants.
Yeah.
They ain't building nothing. They ain't building nothing. With toys, you have lost it, man. You were pissed off that this man did not to buy into what you were trying. Because the thing is, he wanted him to say so hard that, okay, this is my role, this is her role. So you would have a reason to say that she should be cooking and cleaning because she's a woman. Yeah. But he did not give you that. That's why you got pissed off, hung up, and started drinking your drink like you Kevin Samuels. You are not Kevin Samuels. He is dead, okay?
I know. You see where all his foolishness got.
Yeah. With no legacy, a daughter who hates him, and now his parents have to deal with all the backlash that he has created. And God let him die that way. Yes, you don't go and mess with black women. You don't go and mess with his women and think that you're going to just get off.
He died on top of a woman
that he said was low caste, low degenerate, low value. It wasn't worth shit. That's who he died underneath.
Above or plump or whatever she is. She's a little on the plump side, right?
That was the woman that he said wasn't worth shit.
Well, she was not black. So maybe for him,
but she's still colored though.
Well, I don't know what he thought.
Hispanic.
I mean, what I'm saying though, I do believe she was Hispanic. Because the name, I think it was Maria
Lorenza or something.
Yeah, the name, but I don't know. And she looks Hispanic, but she was plump, and he talked against women being fat, right? In the end, he was with someone who was fat in his mind. Right? Mm-hmm. Maybe she wasn't black because I never thought that he really appreciated black women. Period.
How can you when you are slapping your daughter and mistreating her? Yeah. How can you? Exactly. This was a man. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Kevin Samuels. But this guy, he is dead
and gone. And he now is for God to handle.
Or Satan.
Yeah. I don't want to waste my energy on that nonsense. But
guy,
he may be trying to fulfill the vacuum that maybe the person, I won't call his name,
KS.
Left, right? Because maybe men are looking for someone to,
another godfather or whatever.
To help them out or whatever. I don't know.
I just thought that the thing is the man, yes, he has a wife who
works.
He works.
The thing is, both of them work.
If you're in America, sometimes both do have, unless you're a man who has a really good high-paying job, sometimes you really need to have your wife or whatever. Me personally, when I first heard that his wife works, I was like,
yeah.
At first I said red flag from him, but he said he does his part as well. There's no gender roles.
There's no gender roles.
He does his parts. She does his part.
Yeah.
So that I was like, okay, that's good. That's fine or whatever. But
it makes sense to me in this day and age with inflation, everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
You guys are trying to put kids through school. They have 5 kids. He seems like a man who got some sense. Yeah. I work, she works. She doesn't cook and clean because she's tired. When she's tired, I do it. When I'm tired, she does it. Mm-hmm. We work together to raise these 5, crumb snatchers. That's what that guy who his wife passed away, unfortunately, in the NBA. But the coaching assistant, now he's a coach of the Phoenix Suns. But anyhow, they got these 5 crumb snatchers, right? That they're gonna take care of. So it's like there's no roles here.
Yeah.
I'm working, she working. We're here for the kids. We do everything together. But this man, like you said, trying to put him in a box sounds so dumb. He sounded so dumb.
But you know what he would have said? If he would have given him that thing to talk about roles, he would have said that she's a woman, she should have did this. But the thing is, that is not logical. Yeah. You have to look at the world that you're in.
Exactly.
Your wife has to work. Yeah. She cannot sit here, cook, clean, and go to work.
Yeah.
Like, is she a slave to you?
Yeah.
But that's where he would have gone. He would have gone with his sexist ass to go, and I'm sorry, I'm trying not to, but he would have gone with his sexism and said that, she's a woman, she needs to be cooking and cleaning. Yeah. Women need to be doing that. Even though I am an a-hole, I don't treat you right, I have you working, you are a woman, so you need to cook. This is not the 1940s. We are in America where everything is expensive. Well, we're not in America, but people are in America and they are having to struggle. So
and
it's expensive.
Here where we are, 2 families, 2 people have to work.
Yeah.
2, because they need that money. Everywhere in the world, it's difficult. It's hard. So
because everybody's trying to drive up prices and stuff like that. So
and you saw that he hung up on him.
Yeah, because you weren't getting what you wanted from it. Yeah. But you weren't making any sense regardless. That's why you hung up on him. That's why you didn't say anything. And you were trying to buy your point. So you hung up on him, and it's like, he's done. I ain't got time for foolishness.
You're done.
You are done.
Because the thing is, and this is what I thought with that guy, I felt like if he had just given that guy more time to talk,
Yeah.
he probably would have learned something from him.
He didn't want to learn though.
See,
that's the issue. When
that's
you don't
the
want to
arrogance.
learn, you know, and the thing is,
You know,
if you want a woman to cook and clean for you, if that's just what you want, why don't you be a man and provide, protect her, provide a space where she can be feminine, where she can actually do what God ordained her to do. Why don't you do that? Why don't you be grateful towards your woman instead of forcing her in a corner to do all this stuff, but you're not doing your part? If you appreciated your woman, you're grateful for your woman, you treated her with respect, and you use common sense in the world that you live in, maybe you will have a woman who cooks and cleans for you and treats you the way you want to be treated.
You know, I would love to ask him. I wish the man had asked him, "Are you married?
Yeah.
Do you have a woman?
Do you provide? Do you protect? Is she at home? Is she able to cook and clean
no,
for
I
you?"
don't have a woman. Because he don't look like someone who has a woman. But you know, I like that other individual that we will not name. He also did not have a woman. In fact,
you died with no legacy. With no legacy.
Woman that he was with, he had met her that very day.
Degenerate. But that is the thing. You know?
So I don't think that this person has a woman, and you have someone who has been with a woman for a long time and is married. You could have learned a lot from him.
Because I know he's single. You can't be taken with that one where there are some desperate women out there, but I know you can't be in some serious thing, you know, with that mentality. And it's called common sense.
It really is. And you know, I wanted to tell the story. Let me tell the story about my friend. I'm not going to say her name, but one of my best friends in college. This is a story about just a man working, a wife, and he's takes his duty as a provider seriously. So he met this woman. She already had a child before he met her. They married and had one child. And then, who happens to be my best friend in college, and then he took, "I'm going to work and I'm going to provide. And you don't have to work. You can stay home." But because she had already been in a contentious relationship before with her previous, baby daddy, she did not want to totally depend on a man like that. So she continued to work. He never asked her for a dime to pay anything, but she continued to work for the almost 30 years that they were together. And they're actually still together. I think they are celebrating, I want to say like their 50th anniversary now, coming up to 50. But anyhow, he wanted to retire in 2000, and but then things happened and he wasn't able to. So he told her, "Hey, look, I think I still have about another 3 more years before I can retire," and stuff like that. And they decided to move from one state that was really expensive to another state where housing was cheaper, and they were going to purchase another home and everything. And so she tells him, she looks at him and says, "Hey, baby," she said, "you don't have to do that. We can go ahead and retire right now." He said, "I mean, what do you mean?" She's like, "How much is that house that you are trying to get at that other state?" And he told her, and she said, "Honey, I have that money that we can use to move." And he was just blown away all these years, because even to do her hair and her nails, he gave her money for that.
That's like
and he did not
right there.
have like some big time job, just an average Joe. Okay, working one full-time job, and sometimes he'll do the odd jobs here and there to make ends meet. He even went so far as to even get like a boarder in the basement of their home just to make ends meet, because he didn't want to have to ask her.
That's
and
a man
she
that
saw
takes it
all
seriously.
the stuff that he was doing for her. And so she just continued to save up all that money, and he had no idea that she had that amount. We're talking about hundreds and thousands of dollars that woman had saved up, and said, "Baby, we can go ahead and move." And they were able to move. So that is
the beauty of letting a woman be in her role and you be in your role. At the end of the day, men and women are equal, but we both do different things that make it a beautiful union.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
yes,
it's the balance.
Yes.
So no woman is above a man and no man is above a woman. We're both equal, but God made us different in equal ways. What a woman does is unique, and what a man does is unique as well. So when you allow a woman to rest in that feminine energy and be able to rest in what she does, she loves you. She loves onto
She will
you.
do anything for
She
you.
protects you. She prays for you.
Yes.
And she one day can even do something phenomenal for you that you didn't even know she
Like
was
this
doing,
lady did for her
because
husband.
he has been there for her and he has
Exactly.
provided a safe haven for her.
Exactly.
She felt safe enough to do something for him, even though she
Exactly.
had been in effed up relationships.
Exactly.
He provided a safe haven for her to be able to do what she needed to do
And,
as a
and
woman.
for her to trust him and say, if I give him
He is
this,
worth
he ain't
this.
jumping up and leaving me and stuff like that.
Yes, he has proven that he is loyal, he is there for
Exactly.
the long run, and that he is a stand-up man
Exactly.
who knows what the fuck it means to be a man. But men today don't understand that, and they don't want to understand that.
If men will just take the faith, because it takes a leap of faith, especially in this climate.
And it takes having pride about
Especially-
your shit,
yes.
to not putting your hand out to a woman. What can you do for me?
Yeah.
You just look like I don't want to say the B word, but you look like a female dog. I don't even want to say female dog.
No,
I want
female dog.
I
No,
want you
no.
just look like
Male
a
dog.
scumbag. You look like a
Not a male
scumbag.
dog, but we have some male dogs.
Yes.
But yeah, you know
Look like
what
a
it is.
scumbag.
This is what I'll say. If men will just have the faith, because it takes a leap of faith, especially in this environment where they're being told the woman gonna get you, make sure you don't even pay for the date and all this foolishness. 50-50.
That's really black
And
men who be
this-
doing that, because I don't see no white man telling somebody. And it's not even about white women, but
Yeah.
have people with money, broke
Actually, there are
men
some
one.
people in different races who do that too.
Scrap what I said.
Yeah.
Broke men are having this conversation.
Maybe it's
I think
more-
I have been a little tainted. I've been a little traumatized by some things, so that's why I said black men. But I'm gonna say this: broke men
Yes.
are the ones having this conversation.
Yes.
Men who have money
Well,
are
maybe-
not sitting here and saying, "Oh, she needs to pay for the dates," and they damn sure ain't taking you to Popeyes for a date and making you pay for the
Oh,
plate.
like that silly one, the other one. So, if men will just have a leap of faith and say, in spite of what I'm hearing, I'm going to go innately with what is inside of me to be a man and a provider. If they will just do that and have faith and lean on God, and then they get a woman and they go out of their way to
Do right by her.
work 1-2 jobs if it takes, you will see, one, you're going to have a peaceful home. 2, you have a woman who's praying for you. And God listens to
the praying woman.
Listen to the praying woman. You will see how your life will just, miracles will happen. You will have money even when you think you don't. And that wife will be such a beautiful covering for you. But,
Look at your life.
look
There's
at
your life through heaven's eyes.
I know. So it takes, it just takes trust and a leap of faith,
Yeah.
And that's all I can say.
That's all we gotta say about this.
That guy was actually quite comical actually. And there was another guy I met. I wanted to tell another story. If you guys like my little stories, let me know.
She
I
got
got a lot of
plenty more.
stories. And these are all true stories. There was a guy who was at my job. He was actually from Cameroon. And everybody really liked him. Because he was, tall, dark chocolate and all this stuff. Anyhow, he was young. I mean, I'm not looking for, I wasn't checking for him. But he just always seemed like a nice person, And, but one day he's showing pictures of, he had just had another baby, and he had a 2-year-old. And he's showing pictures of the new baby, his 2-year-old, and his wife. And so here come these women. They happened to be from Nigeria, and they were like questioning him. What does your wife do? She's just at home? And he says, yes, she's just at home. And this guy drove, one day we saw him with a BMW, one day we saw him with a Mercedes-Benz. And so they said, I saw you in a BMW. Where's your Mercedes? And then he says, well, that's my wife's car. I had to go do some work on it, so that's why I drove it in that day. Oh, what job does your wife have? Because this guy had a good job too. And he's like, oh, she's at home. She's at home. She's a homemaker. She takes care of me and the children. That's the job that she has. Oh my God, you're going to let that woman there not doing no work, just sitting down? What kind of stuff is this? You better put her to work. And he said to us, it was so profound. And I was there for it too, because I've been talking about this for the longest time and people don't listen. But he said, as soon as you take a woman out of the house, stop taking care of the kids, and to go out there and work to help you pay the bills, that's the end of civilization as we know it.
Big facts.
He said it, and this guy was in his 30s. His early 30s.
Yeah.
And I've always thought about it because one, he was African, saying that, you know. And even when these other African women were trying to tell him, and he was like, no. And he worked almost 2 full-time jobs, like one job, and, you know, sometimes that other job will be full-time, sometimes it'll be part-time. But he worked 2 jobs. And like I said, he had a good job, you know, nurses make a lot of money. But he worked 2 jobs. And that was back in the day when nurses made a lot of money. He worked 2 jobs to take care of his wife being at home in a nice place, and they got nice cars.
And she's the one who had the BMW.
And she had the Mercedes.
Yeah,
He drove the lesser car. He gave the wife the Mercedes to drive around. See, a woman like that man is set. No wonder every day he come, he looks sharp. Got the shoes on.
So she's taking care of
got
him.
the suits,
woman
everything ironed up, like.
You know, and that's not to say women can't be out there working, but there is some, if you are a woman who does not want to who do not want to, you know, be doing 50-50 with a man, you want to actually be a homemaker, you want to actually take care of your kids, you want to do all that stuff, cook, clean, or whatever the case may be. You can also, you can be a stay-at-home mom. There are so many things that you can do. You can work from home and also take care of the kids. That's not to say that, oh, if you are a woman working, that civilization is over.
Yeah,
but it's important that you raise up, because the thing is, you see
it's hard
all
to
these,
work from home though.
It's also very hard.
And take care of kids. But that's a job.
Yeah, for sure.
On that computer, it's a job.
It's just to say that it's very important how kids grow up.
Very important.
Because you see all these serial killers, you see all these men who have this degenerate mindset. It really starts at home, way people are raised. Because at the end of the day, it differs whether that child grows up to be some demon in society, or if they become a really good citizen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the point that we're trying to make with the whole thing about civilization. It's very important how kids are grown up and all that stuff.
You never thought about
you take
that.
the woman out, you take the man out, who is taking care of the kids?
The people in the streets.
Kids are so
on the playground.
The kids are so impressionable. Their minds are like sponges.
Social media.
It's so easy to give some child some information. They take it, they run with it.
Yep.
Because their minds are like a sponge. They are learning everything. So it's important to have that stability at home.
Yes.
That's what it is. If you have a woman who's out here working and you're also working, but nobody's taking care of the kids, she's stressed out, you're stressed out, she's trying to pay the bills, you're being a bum, all this stuff. What happens to the kids?
I don't know.
They are our future. So I honestly agree with what he's saying. It is the end of civilization.
He says so, and I never thought about that, but I was like, he's right.
But I honestly, personally, we are both very traditional people. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. Because you see women nowadays, they are struggling. A lot of women are now saying we want men who have money. And that's how it should have always been. Because now when you don't do stuff like that, now you have men being bums. Men who are now saying, you got to pay for your dates. You got to pay for your food, even though you asked me on a date.
Yes.
You're here trying to ask me to see if we can let this thing go. The dating thing is not just about impressing a woman, but it's also showing her that you are ready for a lifelong commitment.
Exactly.
Dating women, when you have your standards, expectations, and boundaries.
Yes.
That's what a good man comes your way. And it's when you actually put up your boundaries, it protects you from low quality experiences in dating.
Yes.
You're not sitting there with some bum who's taking you to Popeyes and KFC in a bad neighborhood.
I think also standards, these are boundaries, expectations are great, but I also think some level of spirituality.
Of course.
It's very, very important because when you
But that's like
when
values
you're
and
not,
morals.
exactly, when you're not looking to a man to praise you like God, when you're not looking for that, you praise yourself. You're looking to a higher power, and you know that higher power is happiness with you, with your character. That's what moves you. That's what resonates hard with you, not some white man's
Money. And you did good.
yeah, white
You
man
did good.
boosting you up to another. Like anyway, I don't even want to get back on the Okay, but you all get y'all understand. But
Yeah.
let us know what you think in the comments about this. I don't want to call him preacher. I don't know what this dude what he was trying to do. He showed himself to be very silly.
Yeah.
But tell us what you think
Yes,
about it,
y'all.
and tell us what you think about my coworker when he said that civilization ends when the wife is out there
Working.
working, to
Yeah.
help the man. What do you think of that?
Yes,
and what do
y'all.
you think of that beautiful story about my best friends in college parents?
Yeah.
And would you like to have something like that in your life?
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching us. Thanks for all the love, the support, the likes, the views,
just love
and
it.
all the comments.
And all the new
We love you guys
subscribers.
so much.
All the new
Thank
subscribers,
you.
thank you.
Mwah. We love you guys. Please like,
Subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below. We'll